Welcome to the Bryght Podcast, where we talk about all things empowerment, leadership, and creating a life and career that aligns with your purpose. I'm your host, Wilhelmina Stucker, and today's episode is one many of you have been waiting for: applying for jobs and being ghosted by AI filters. Why great candidates are getting overlooked in the age of AI, and what we can do about this. So if you have ever applied for dozens of jobs, maybe even hundreds, and still haven't received a single interview invite, you are not alone. And you're not underqualified most of the time. You might just be invisible. So let's talk about why that is, and more importantly, what you can do about it. So the frustration many professionals are facing nowadays, has to do with the thought: I'm talented, I'm hardworking, I'm educated. Why am I not getting my responses or any responses? You might even be a perfect fit for the company's culture, their mission, their goals, and yet silence. This is more common than you think, and it's not about your abilities most of the time. It's about the system. So the rise of AI in recruitment has changed the platform. In today's digital hiring world, companies receive hundreds, sometimes thousands of applications for a single role. And to manage the flood, they turn to AI, and they use the ATS, or application tracking systems, and resume screening tools that do the first round of filtering automatically to speed up the process. And these tools scan resumes for keywords and ranking applicants based on how well they match the job description. But there's more, because this sounds efficient, right? And I would say yes and no, because while AI can save time and reduce certain human biases, it also creates a huge gap because it only understands what it's been trained to recognize. So there's not only human biases, there's also AI biases that exist. And if your resume doesn't match what the machine is expecting to see, it might never reach the human eyes. So this is where it really gets real. Um, you can be the most capable, experienced, and passionate candidate out there and still get filtered out. Why? As I said before, because your resume isn't optimized for the machine. Maybe you used a creative format, or maybe you highlighted your impact in a way that didn't include the exact keywords, or maybe you didn't want to keyword stuff, or you were just being authentic. But in the world of AI recruiting, being authentic isn't enough. Being optimized is what counts. As I mentioned before, there's a hidden bias in AI, and that's the other layer many people don't realize. AI systems are trained on historical data, and that means they can unintentionally replicate past hiring biases. So, for instance, if a company has historically hired people from one background, one school, or one way of speaking, the AI will often favor resumes that look and sound just like those past hires. So, what does that mean for you? It means even qualified, exceptional candidates, especially those who bring something different to the table, may get passed over if the AI is not trained correctly. Not because of a conscious decision, but because of an unconscious pattern. Okay? So, how can we bridge the AI gap? What can you do about it? Well, if you are navigating the job market, especially if you're re-entering or switching industries or targeting leadership roles, here are 5 things you can start doing right now. 1, use the right keywords. So study the job description and use their language without lying, of course, and mirror in um, your resume and cover letter. And keep the formatting clean. Avoid fancy designs, graphics, and unusual fonts because that's not something that can be recognized and more or less accepted by the ATS system. So keep it simple, clear, and consistent. And customize your resume for every role. Generic resumes don't work anymore. So tailor each one to the job you're applying for. Also, optimize your LinkedIn. Recruiters use LinkedIn like a search engine nowadays, so use relevant industry keywords and update your headline and be active. Okay, use AI tools to your advantage. That's really important. There are free and paid tools out there that can scan your resume and tell you how it will be performing in an ATS system. Um, so don't be afraid to use them. All right. So what else helps you stand out or can help you stand out? If we move beyond the resume, strategic networking. Even in an AI driven world, human referrals still matter a lot, really. So reach out to former colleagues or connect with people in the industry or ask for referrals or introductions. And as I told you already, the LinkedIn optimization is essential to make sure your headline clearly says what you do and what you're looking for. Your summary should tell your story briefly and powerfully. And personal branding is important. Your resume, cover letter, and online presence should all tell a consistent story about who you are and what you bring to the table. So share your voice, write posts, or comment on industry updates. Let people see or know that you are engaged. And thoughtful cover letters are also important. Companies still read them. Okay, so especially when they're tailored, clear, and connect with values that they can recognize. So use the cover letter to explain career pivots and gaps or transitions in your journey. Online portfolios are also important if you are a creative, a consultant, or a tech expert. Show, don't just tell. Having a digital portfolio or website can really set you apart. And the future belongs to the AI literate and proactive. So here's the truth. In today's job market, the biggest risk isn't just being underqualified, it's truly about being invisible. Learning to navigate AI tools and recruiter expectations is not just helpful, it's essential. But it doesn't stop with machines. You still need to connect with humans. So you need to be able to build relationships, tell your story, and make sure people see you for the value that you truly bring. A final thought, an invitation. When you're listening to this and think, this is me, I'm stuck, I'm ready, and I need help getting seen. I want you to know that you don't have to do this alone. At Bryght, our executive coaches are specialized in modern career strategy. So we offer resume reviews, LinkedIn optimization, job search strategy sessions tailored for real humans in an AI driven world. So visit our website and we give 15-minute free inquiry calls. So visit www.bryghtel.com or message us directly on LinkedIn and let's make your brilliance impossible to ignore. Okay. So that's it for today's episode of the Bryght Podcast. And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend or leave a review to help others find us too. Until next time, stay visible, stay proactive, and keep shining your light.